So we learned our theorems and corollaries. Now we're ready to do some practice problems. So here's our worksheet on inscribed angles and arcs. Let's go ahead. I'll let you guys work through that whole part. Let's actually look at this example and we'll work through the whole thing together at the bottom. Okay, if I can get this in the frame. There we go. All right, so it says in circle Q, right over here, angle ABC, let's go ahead and mark that, anything they give us. So ABC, that's this whole angle, they tell us is 72 degrees. Okay, so the whole thing is 72 degrees. And the measure of arc CD, so that's from here to here. This arc is 48 degrees. All right, and just based on that, they want us to find all these other pieces right here. Now, these can be kind of tricky, but I also think they're kind of fun because it's just like solving a puzzle. So you have to use your prior knowledge, all the things you've learned about circles so far, and triangles also, okay? So let's see, what do they want us to find first? First one, the measure of arc CA. All right, so that is C all the way to A right here. So I'm going to look at this arc, and I notice I have an inscribed angle with endpoint C and A, right? See this angle right here? So this whole thing they told us was 72. I know an inscribed angle, rather, is half of the measure of its intercepted arc. So if we take 72 and we double it, we get this entire thing for CA. So that would be 144 degrees. Okay, so boom, got that one. 144. Okay, next one, measure of arc BC. Let's locate that. Okay, so B to C. Well, I have a central angle right here with endpoints, but I don't know that measure. I can look at this as, this is a diameter, BD, so that's half the circle, so I know this whole part right here has to be 180 degrees. So if I do 180 minus this part, 48, I will get arc BC. So that would be 132 degrees. Okay, so I've got from B to C, I'm just going to label it 132 degrees. All right, let's see what's next. They want us to find the measure of arc AD. Let's see. Okay, arc AD, so A to D right here. Well, I already know what arc CA is. We got 144, so if I just take 144, subtract off 48, I'll get that part. So A to D would be 96 degrees. Okay, we got that one. Oops. Let's see, measure of angle C. And of course, if you want to pause this and see if you can get these, go for it. All right, so angle C, that guy is right here. Almost looks like I have an inscribed angle, but I don't. This is like broken right here. It's not a straight line to the end. So I don't have an inscribed angle. What could we do here? Well, I could look at this as a triangle, right? I actually know this angle measurement now. You'll see, because this is a central angle, right? Vertex at the center. So if this is 132, my central angle is also the same, 132 degrees. Okay, this is going to help me out here. So I've got a triangle. I know this is 132 degrees. I'm looking for this one. I don't know this one. I know this whole thing's 72, but I want that part of it. So think about this a little bit. Well, what do you know about this side, BQ and CQ? Well, they are both radiuses, or radii. So we can mark those congruent, which means we have a little isosceles triangle over here. So that means these two angles have to be congruent. So we can take 180 minus 132, cut that in half, and if you do that, you get 24 degrees right here. I'm writing so small, and this would also be 24 degrees. So that answers this question. 24 degrees, only got 2 left here. Okay, let's see, we want to find the measure of angle ABD. So let's locate that on our picture. Angle ABD. Okay, so that's this part of this whole angle right here. Should be pretty easy now. I know the whole thing is 72. I just got to subtract off 24. And I will get this one, which would be 48 degrees. There you go. So that's this part of it. If I want to label it, I don't have to, but there we go. All right, and then the last one, I just want the measure of angle A. Okay, so here's angle A. Here's my end point. It's not an inscribed angle because this doesn't go all the way to the end. It's broken right here. But I can look at this as a triangle. I don't have this angle. If I knew both of these, that would be awesome because I could do 180 minus those and I could get angle A. So let's see if maybe we can find this one. Now, look over here. We've got 96 degrees here, and this is a central angle. Oops, my phone's messing up. Okay, so here's a central angle. Well, I know that's also going to be 96 degrees. And then look at this diameter. It's a straight line, so these have to add to 180. So you can do 180 minus 96, and you're left with 84 degrees. And boom, we can find our remaining angle right here. 180 minus both of those, and we get 48 degrees. Which also makes sense. We could have done a little shortcut actually. We've got a radius here and a radius here, so we can mark those congruent. So I could have actually automatically gotten this because if this is 48, it's isosceles, so the base angles have to be the same. This would also have to be 48. So as you can see, there's a lot of different ways you can get these. It just takes some practice, so work on the rest of your worksheet.